Welcome to our tour for seniors of local health information and services online.
Today the session is presented by Delia Fitzsimmons, Outreach and Engagement Lead at Healthwatch Wandsworth, and Philippa Leary, Digital Tools Advisor and Connected Kingston Lead Trainer from Superhighways.
So we're going to start this presentation by looking at what's great about the borough of Wandsworth. You'll see in the slide in front of you that Wandsworth is the most popular borough for people moving to London from elsewhere in the UK. It's got the second highest employment rate in London at 79%, 35% of adults volunteer, over 30 parks and open spaces making up a total of over a fifth of the borough, and a wide variety of healthcare assets, including St George's Hospital, 42 GP surgeries, 60 community pharmacies, and 33 care homes. But it's when we start to drill down into health for older people in the borough of Wandsworth, we see some quite alarming statistics. Life expectancy at the age of 65 for both males and females in Wandsworth is significantly lower than the London average. The average person can expect 15 years of deteriorating health in old age, and there are 1,387 patients with dementia recorded in registers. As you'll see from the bottom of this slide, this is relying on the Joint Strategic Needs Assessment sourced between 2017 and 2018. The picture will have changed, obviously, but this is still a good baseline to work against when we look through the resources that are on the council website and other sources of support to help seniors in Wandsworth access better healthcare. So now, for the next 20 or so minutes, I'm going to take you on a tour of health and wellbeing links on Wandsworth Council's website and on the websites of other healthcare providers in the borough that I'm sure you will find really interesting. So if you're wondering in the first place how you're going to search the Wandsworth Council website, your first step is to open up a web browser, piece of software like Chrome or Safari or Firefox on your phone or your tablet. And then in the search box, you type the words Wandsworth Council and website. And then you press enter and the search engine will return the results of your search. So when you've got the results back from your search, you can be pretty sure that the very first thing that is going to be on the list of results is Wandsworth Council, which you click on and it'll open up the website, and the home page looks a bit like this. The section that we're looking for is under the Health and Social Care button. You can see that I've outlined that in pink. Go to that section and click on it. you're looking for public health, you can see I've outlined that in pink again. Click on public health. So when you get to the public health page, you scroll again all the way down, and the link you're looking for is older people. And again, that's been highlighted in the pink square. And so when you finally get to the older people's page, you'll see it's broken down into 5 different sections. One section is concerned about falling, with information around that topic. Another is loneliness. There's concern about staying safe at home, staying independent in your own home. And the final one is concern about an older person. So you can click on any of these sections, which will open up and provide you with much more information around the topic. So if you're interested in getting fit, the website has got quite a lot of information around different live classes that are going on in the borough. There is a whole section on pre-recorded video and audio that you can watch at your leisure and join in. There's also a lot of information about various apps that you can use, and the information and guidance articles that are on the website. So the website also has a good section on housing options for retired and older people. There's a range of retirement housing options available that cater for different incomes, care needs, including extra care and support needs. These are broadly under the categories of sheltered housing, extra care or nursing, seaside and country homes, buying a retirement home, and contact details to speak to somebody in the sheltered housing team. Looking at other services for independent living, by far the largest area of the website concerns the access to adult social care services. As you can see, you've got lots of information on advice for older and disabled people, for council leaseholders and tenants, and housing options for older and disabled people. There is an additional section of the website under other services around independent living, which touches on living and accommodation, and that's the privately owned section for tenants renting in the private sector. Then this goes on to include Neighbourhood Watch, other community safety information and advice, information on safety repairs and maintenance in your council home, the telecare alarm service, and the Watch Lifeline, which is part of the Wandsworth Alarm Telephone Care Helpline. All very useful services. So another element to the Wandsworth Council website is the Find Social Care Services option on the Care Place directory. Now, the Care Place directory contains a range of services that support people to stay independent, including home care agencies, health and fitness clubs, charities, advice services, and lots of other groups and activities supporting people in the local area. Care Place can also provide information on individual health conditions, answers to common health questions, and lifestyle advice from NHS Choices website. So the homepage of the Care Place directory looks something like this screenshot. You can see there is a large orange box that says Find Services, and you can either search for support or the facilities, or you can choose the other search box and search for services by their postcode or the area they're located in. And then, having completed either one of those boxes, you then press the Go button and it'll return all results for you to have a browse through. There's a really good coverage of other services going on in the borough on the council website. I've just put in a couple of examples here. There's the link to the Alzheimer's Society. There's coverage of Hestia Age Activity Centre in Balham, and as you can see, there's a walking timetable for walks in Wandsworth, part of the Enable Health Project. So really recommend checking those out. And one final thing to say about the website is I'd recommend looking at the website services where you can create an account, which means signing up to the website, which once you've got your own account, you can manage your council tax, your housing benefit, and your council tax reductions. You can also set up a parking account to manage parking and request visitors permits. So we're going to leave Wandsworth Council now and have a look at some of the other support available to older people in the borough. We're going to start with Wandsworth Age UK's DigiPal service. This is a service that offers friendly digital support for older people in Wandsworth. It's run by the staff at Age UK and trained and checked volunteers. It aims to enable older people to benefit from digital connectivity, whether that is shopping online, accessing information and entertainment on the internet, or connecting with people via emails, video calls and social media. Alongside the service, there is a tablet loan service. You can borrow a tablet for up to 3 months, and during this period you'll be offered a minimum of 3 tutorials with the friendly team of staff and volunteers. There's also remote support, which is available to those who bring their own devices, as long as they're able to download the software. And the library service drop-in sessions are recommencing following COVID safety protocols. So you can access the service at Southfields Library, Roehampton Library, Wandsworth Library and Tooting Library. All the information is available on the Age UK website. Another exciting project to look out for is the Front Door Pilot Project. On the following slide, you can watch Charlotte Blaney, who's the Assistant Service Manager for this project, explain how the project works.
Hello everybody, my name is Charlotte Blaney and I am the Assistant Service Manager for the Front Door Pilot, which is a project team working closely with our existing access service in adult social care. So today I'm here to tell you a little bit about the project and the pilot and to give you some key updates in terms of what we have been up to. So the project team has been testing new and changed practice at the first point of contact with adult social care. We've been up and running for about 12 months now, supporting people who are new to adult social care, where they have identified that they may benefit from exploring preventative supports or community supports. So to date, we've worked alongside 125 people in Wandsworth, of which includes 18 carers. And we've been busy networking and building relationships with our partners in the voluntary care sector. And we've been focusing on having good conversations with people at the first point of contact. Working together and thinking about co-produced plans in terms of what happens next. We've been developing preventative supports to help people maximise their independence and control. And in doing so, we've built up a partnership with Enable, one of our social prescribing services in Wandsworth, to help people navigate and tap into the voluntary care sector, universal services and their local community strengths. And we've been evaluating the pilot as we go along, gathering feedback from local people to think about our impact. So I thought the nicest way to tell you or show you about the pilot's approach and how we've been working alongside people is to talk through a case study. So I will refer to this person as Miss E. So Miss E was referred by the London Ambulance Service to adult social care following a brief admission to A&E. Concerns were raised around shopping, low mood and low levels of self-neglect. So following a good conversation between the pilot worker and Miss E identified that she wanted to focus on feelings of loneliness. She used to go out pre-COVID, and she also travelled abroad annually to visit family and friends. But due to shielding, she was now very isolated and had been housebound for a number of months. Miss E recognised this was impacting her motivation and also her self-care skills and her motivation to look after herself. And she was spending more and more time in bed. She was fearful of falling and she didn't want to take a shower alone. So Miss E and the hub worker agreed a plan and their roles in making it happen. Miss E was up for trying reablement, which is a short-term service, anything up to 6 weeks, but Miss E worked with them for 2 weeks to re-establish a routine and safely use her shower. So this entailed an enablement worker coming out to see her and supporting her to put equipment in place and practice using the shower. This helped her to build her confidence and she felt able to shower alone. It also increased her social contact and this lifted her mood, and she was pleased to then link in with Age UK befriending service. This helped her to build up a longer term relationship and also have encouragement from the befriender to stick to her personal care routines. She was also linked in with the Alcove Video Care Phone. So this is a simple tablet that's had all of its features disabled other than the ability to make video calls. It has a SIM card with built-in 4G, so people don't necessarily need to have broadband at home to make it work. And this enabled Miss E to be able to video call family and friends abroad. Miss E had regular contact with a relative and she wanted them to be involved in our conversations. They were supporting her regularly over the phone and visiting regularly when they could to drop off shopping at the doorstep. In doing so, they were a carer and they were offered a carer's assessment in their own right. They also reported that they felt some relief to know that other supports were in place, building on Miss E's network. The hub worker remained involved for a total of up to or just below 3 months. I think it was about 10 weeks in the end. And they were checking in with Miss E every few weeks to see how things were going and exploring other preventative supports as and when required. The hub worker looked to end their involvement, towards the end of the 3-month period, as Miss E had built up a positive working relationship with Age UK. So I hope this shows how preventative supports can really help and how multiple supports can be considered to build up independence over a period of time. So next steps for the pilot. So the pilot, from our evaluation and feedback to date, has been working well, and we've had positive feedback from people's experience of working alongside us. So we're therefore keen to roll this approach out, and we have begun thinking about how the whole service can change and adapt to be more preventative. We've learned from the review and the evaluation and that the pilot has worked well, but we still can do a lot better. So we've been thinking about what we can focus on over the next few months, as we'll be running until the end of the year. We had always hoped to be in the community with the pilot, speaking with people face to face in local community spaces. But unfortunately, due to COVID, this was not possible as it was not safe for local people or for staff. But we really hope to try out this approach over the next couple of months. I hope this...
So, having covered websites where you can find and retrieve information, we're now going to look at some other options for health information and health services where you can actually refer yourself to the services. So, first of all, we're going to have a look at social prescribing, and I've got a video here to play for you.
Many things affect your health and well-being. GPs tell us that a lot of people visit them feeling isolated, lonely, or stressed out by work, money, and housing problems. These are issues that can't be fixed by doctors and medicine alone. At its most basic, a social prescription offers the kind of help that doesn't come in a tube or a bottle. The idea behind social prescribing is to help you to have more control over your healthcare and find ways to manage your needs in a way that suits you. There are lots of different ways of providing social prescribing services. It often starts with a conversation, perhaps with a link worker, a support broker, or a community navigator. Whatever they are called, they are there to listen to you and put you in touch with whatever it is you might need in order to feel better. That might mean being introduced to a community group, a new activity, or a local club. It could be legal advice, volunteers to help around the house. It might just be information and guidance, a bit of inside knowledge on your situation and what local resources there are available. It could even be some support in how to create something new. Studies show that individuals with social prescriptions get better and feel better faster than those treated with medicine alone. And because it works, it's happening more and more. To find out how it can work for you, talk to your doctor, health professional, or local authority today.
So, did you know that social prescribing is available in Wandsworth? There are two different referral routes. One is through the 14 GP surgeries that have link workers based within the surgery itself, and the other is through the Enable Leisure and Culture service running across Wandsworth. So the other services you can refer yourself to are via the Wandsworth Wellbeing Hub. This hub helps patients and the public find organisations and services to support their health and their well-being needs. There are courses, classes, self-help groups for specific health conditions and healthy lifestyle support. You can see the contact details on the screen here, and we'll look now at a couple of the services, in particular courses that are running through the Wellbeing Hub, which I'm sure you're going to be interested in. The first of these two courses is the Wandsworth Expert Patients Programme. This course will help you to get a good night's sleep. It'll help with managing pain. It will help with dealing with difficult emotions. It'll help with healthy eating and exercise, communicating with family, friends and health professionals, and it'll help you with planning and setting goals. So the second course I would like to highlight for you from the Wellbeing Hub is a course for carers. It's a 6-week course. It's called Looking After Me, and the aim of the course is to put carers back and give them some sense of control of their own lives. One of the really useful features of the Wellbeing Hub is the fact that it's set up an online referral form which you can refer yourself into a number of its services at any time, day or night. The projects that we've talked about is the Experts Programme and the Looking After Me training for carers. You can also refer yourself to the New Beginnings programme, and you can refer yourself to the Wellbeing Hub itself. So I hope that you have enjoyed and found useful the links we've pulled together to adult health and social care activities within the Borough of Wandsworth. Before we finish the presentation, I just wanted to talk a bit about Health Watch Wandsworth. We are an independent charity, and we are a local champion for local people to share their views on health and social care services. So we've come to the end of the tour of local resources for health and social care in the borough. And before we finish the presentation, I wanted to talk about Health Watch Wandsworth for a short period of time, just to introduce you to this independent, health-focused organisation. Its aims are to promote and support involvement of local people in health and social care. It aims to promote access to local services, and it investigates the views of local people and reports on their views back to influence change. So, if you are interested in joining Health Watch Wandsworth, you can sign up online to hear about the public events and the work that Health Watch Wandsworth does. You can receive a newsletter with useful information. You can get involved and share your views. You can have information about local health and care services, and you can find out the opportunities there are to be involved in improvements to health and social care services. The website address is linked on this slide, but I'll read it out to you. It's www.healthwatchwandsworth.co.uk, and you should be able to click on the link and go straight to the website where you can sign up and join Health Watch Wandsworth today. These are the contact details to contact Delia at Health Watch Wandsworth. And here are the contact details for Philippa Leary at Superhighways.